Joining me now to talk about our pious president, the fight against radical Islamist terrorism, and much more, the pastor at First Baptist Church in Dallas, Texas, Pastor Robert Jeffress. Pastor, great to have you with us.
Thanks.
The president today calling the meeting with Pope Francis the honor of a lifetime. This is a president we've seen now at the Western Wall in Israel. These images are of a man who has elevated himself over the course of the past year, perhaps 2 years, as a campaigner, rough and ready, to a man who's showing a side of himself, a spiritual side that is extraordinarily engaging. Your thoughts?
Well, it is, and you might notice that on his Twitter account there is a picture of the president with his hand on the Western Wall, saying that he was praying for wisdom from God. Every believer ought to celebrate that. And look, Lou, today's meeting could have had many awkward turns to it when you consider the past comments that both men have made. I mean, the Pope accused President Trump of not being a Christian because of his proposal to build a wall. He compared his populism that propelled him into office with Nazism. The president said the Pope's words were disgraceful,
well,
which
I've got to interject,
they were.
Pastor. It seems to me the Pope is the one who should be seeking counsel and frankly some forgiveness. That's a very arch view for a pontiff to express.
It was pretty harsh, and yet we saw President Trump turn the other cheek today. And when those men emerged from that meeting, they looked like BFFs. And I think that was really a wise choice for both the president and the Pope.
I think it was too, and I think the Pope is taking some time to constrain his socialist impulses, if you will, and these sort of bizarre ideas that he expresses from time to time. The grandiose ambition to interfere in the politics of other nations is really quite something.
Well, it is, Lou, and I think the Pope is a sincere man. I just think he's sincerely wrong, especially when it comes to the role of government in protecting its citizens. Look, the Pope confuses the role of the church, which is to be kind and outgoing to those in need, with the God-given role of government, which Romans 13 says is to protect its citizens. And you may remember I reminded the president on Inauguration Day in my sermon that it is God who thought up the idea of walls. God told Nehemiah to build the wall around Jerusalem. I just think the Pope is confused about the role of government in the church.
Yeah, and you would think that confusion would be, if not lifted, limited. Because each time he looks out around the Vatican, he sees a massive wall that protects him. It is a strange course. Mideast peace, the president is trying to energize that effort between the Palestinians and the Israelis. Your thought about the prospects?
Look, those of us who are Christians and read the Bible, we know that there's not going to be any lasting peace until the Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ, returns. And that means any peace deal that is brokered is temporary. Nevertheless, and I say this really enthusiastically, a temporary peace is better than no peace. And that's why I applaud what the president is doing. You know,
it does seem in life that so much is temporary. Peace, I suppose we should not expect to be much different than all of nature and life itself. Pastor, thanks for being with us. Robert Jeffress, thanks so much.